Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 999 Gaming doing a video for The Walking Dead Road to Survival, and this is All Out War Rant. So I want to do a video, and definitely I'm going to reach out to several different groups in this video. So number one, the leaders of the top faction, I want to kind of send a message out to you guys. The free-to-play players, send a message out to you guys as well too, and just open up this dialogue. First of All Out War absolutely sucks. It's the biggest ripoff I've ever seen in any game, bar none. I play Clash of Clans, and it's completely free to play a war. It's a competition. It's evenly matched. I play Empires and Allies. It's evenly matched. I play this, and we do a couple wars to sample, and it is the biggest money suck of any company I've ever seen in my life. So Scopely, at what point are you going to stop robbing people? Let me give you a couple different examples. First of all, the current pack opening for Michonne. It gives you a crate with what? With war energy refills. So here's an example of a recent war that we did. Casual players, look, I'm a higher rated player in my faction with a bunch of low level people, just a bunch of friends or new people that just kind of come on board. We're teaching the game, etc. So I completely dominate this Alexander Survivors group for, I don't know, 15 minutes. I'm 25-0, 30-0. You can see here's some of the battles I put up there. Every player they have that's thrown out there, I decimate their entire team. I do it with buffs. I do it without buffs. I do it when they're buffed. So, and actually, I want to send a special call out to Sawyer, who's with Alexander Survivors. They won this war, so congratulations on winning the war. But you ever heard the saying like, well, we won the battle but lost the war? Well, I won every battle against this team. So Sawyer actually said we whipped that ass. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say we lost, but a whipping is a beating, and they got like one battle right at the end and won by 200. So anyway, that's not the point, because first of all, I'm not going to win this all-out war competition, and his faction is definitely not going to win the all-out war competition because they're not spending enough money. So here's the way you win these. Number one, you recruit a bunch of high-level players. Number two, you recruit a bunch of high-level players who are going to spend a lot of money. And number three, you do need a little bit of skill and a little bit of strategy and a little bit of communication, a little bit of people online. But I'd say all of that is secondary or tertiary to the fact that you need a whole bunch of good players and you need a whole bunch of players spending a lot of money. So to me, that's not even a competition. It's a joke. It's something that Scopely, you can package it however you want, and you can sell it on the fact of this faction beat everybody else and won Negan, and this faction beat everybody else and won the governor. But my question to, first of all, the top factions, how much money are you guys spending collectively per battle? $20, $30 you think per battle? Is that a safe number? And then you calculate that times 100 battles times the war. So collectively, factions are out there spending $2, $3, $4, $5,000 collectively. Maybe all the players aren't, because there's some free-to-play players, but the bigger fish that are in there spending $200, $300, $400 per war to get a 5-star character makes no sense. I mean, you might as well go beat your head against a wall. So first of all, you think if you want to take pride in winning, it would be based on even competition. But if you wanted to buy, then this is not the most adequate use of your money, because even if you spend $400 or $500 per war, you're still only getting one 5-star character. Now, maybe sometimes it's a limited edition, like Negan might have been worth it, but when you get the governor that's already out there, to me, it's a waste of time. And if you guys don't speak up in the top factions and you guys don't send a message, then nobody's ever going to get this. Pit the top factions against the top factions if you want to do matchmaking that way. But those of you guys that are free to play, or you're in a faction that's ranked 5th, 10th, 15th, don't even waste your time queuing for this, because I can guarantee you, you will never, ever, ever win an all-out war. And if you don't have paying players in there, you will never win an all-out war. There is no competition whatsoever involved in this. There is no skill whatsoever. I can demonstrate it. Watch all these attacks, and I'm completely dominating this opponent. And when I stop spending money, and the other faction does stop spending money, who wins? So if you want to talk about skill, look at what I'm doing to this other faction. Sarah, there's no chance there. Single-handedly, my points are over 3,000. The whole other faction is only 1,200. I mean, I'm 3,100 right now. So if you want an element of skill, there's your element of skill, if you want to call it that. But it's not skill. You know why? Because I'm spending on refills, guys. This is exactly what I'm doing. We got some buffs out there, but as long as we're spending, we're winning. If you take two equally matched teams together, think about this. There's a 10-win streak right there. Match two evenly matched teams exactly the same, and one team spends and one team doesn't spend, who's going to win? The team that spends. So where's the strategy in that? Here, I just clicked a button. Check this out. This is a pretty awesome battle. So I just took whatever team. I got Sophia in there, for God's sakes, and I got Andrea, who hasn't been leveled up yet. 2 Andreas in there, 4-star Andrea. So I thought this was going to be the first battle I was going to lose. But guess what? It wasn't. I actually came back and beat this guy too. So another victory. Is that skill? I don't know. I got some buffs, so the buffs definitely helped out. How did I get the buffs? We were spending money. Now, I know that you can start out. Now, look, let's take another argument here and say, what about war refills? Can you get, yes, you can. There's ways that you can sort of farm those throughout the week. And they're not doing this every single day. So it's a spending event. So you know this war is coming up. You save up everything, you spend, you buy your packs, and you're loaded up with these. But at some point, you're going to run out. And when you run out, you're going to need refills. So if there is a strategy, maybe the strategy is figuring out which factions you're going to beat to a pulp without using war energy and which ones you're going to have to use war energy. So a few weeks ago when I did beta on this, very interesting, that you could scout people and get war energy. And that worked really well, right? Because then, you know, I guess free-to-play players, or not even free-to-play players, any player that would scout and would participate in the war early could get war energy, and it'd make a little bit more entertainment. But I think Scopely rapidly found out, like, wait a minute, we're not making enough money off this. Let's just not have them do this. Get the wars out there. Throw a 5-star character out there and let people spend and spend and spend. So what I'm asking you guys to do, and look, I know there's going to be 5 of you people that are asses that are going to give this video a thumbs down. Do whatever you need to do, and you're going to make the argument like, oh, I'm better, whatever, whatever. You know what? I'm tired of hearing that noise. Put an argument in here and let people look at your argument of why you think this is a skill-based competition and it's not a pay more money to do it. And I can speak to it because I can join any top-ranked faction out there, and I got a wallet as deep as any of you guys out there, and I can spend thousands of dollars on this and do the exact same thing, but I'm not going to do it because I think it's the stupidest thing that's out there. The videos that I did with the All-Out War, we do it just to mess around with tactical things, but there really is not a energetic thrive to go out there and beat anyone because we know there's no chance we're going to finish in the top. There's 1 or 2 factions that already have a lockdown on that, and if you want to be in those factions, definitely go out, buy a whole bunch of 5-star characters, level them up, spend your money to level them up because there's no skill in leveling them. Then beg somebody to join, and then hopefully they let you stay on for the whole battle and they don't kick you halfway through it so you don't get the reward. We know of some faction leaders that did that too. Those guys were asses. But you know, if that's the way you enjoy your weekend is acting like you know, some kind of bully or some kind of moron, then you have kids begging you to join your faction, you let them in and you kick them for the end of the faction. You know, I just don't have a comment for stupidity like that. But all jokes aside, or all, you know, comments aside, All-Out War is stupid. It's the only way I can say it. So you guys leave your comments. I'd definitely like to hear what you think about it up to this point. But Scopely, you need to hear this message. And if you want to create, hey, do your All-Out War to the side. But if you really want to create a skill-based competition, then create one that doesn't rely on people spending hundreds and thousands of dollars. Because everything I've seen that you do from this game so far is solely based on the bottom line and has zero to do with players. And eventually those paying players are going to stop. And in fact, I had a couple other games I'm going to start doing probably more videos for as well too, because you know, if this is a half-hearted attempt, I'm kind of getting bored with it really fast, guys. So thanks for watching. Give this video whatever you want to give it. Leave your comments below. Talk to you soon. Peace.